Have you ever felt the spine-chilling realization that the universe doesn't care about you at all? That your life might be utterly insignificant in an uncaring cosmos? Welcome to H.P. Lovecraft's cosmic philosophy, a worldview so terrifying, most people can't even accept it. Are you brave enough to face the abyss? Lovecraft Cosmicism begins with a single, unsettling truth. Humans are not the center of existence. We are insignificant blips on an infinite cosmic canvas, surrounded by incomprehensible forces beyond our imagination. This isn't just bleak, it's liberating if we can handle the truth. But most can't, and they'll do anything to cling to comforting illusions of meaning and purpose. Truth number one: the universe is vast, ancient, and utterly indifferent. Imagine billions of years stretching behind and ahead of you, and in this temporal ocean, your brief lifespan is nothing, a flicker in the dark. Lovecraft's characters often gaze up at alien skies and realize that not only are we alone in a hostile cosmos, but we may barely register on the cosmic map. Yet this realization is not merely horror. It's a shock that can awaken new forms of humility, curiosity, and existential courage. Are we small? Yes, but that can free us from paralyzing egotism. Truth number two: cosmic entities don't care about our morality or suffering. Monsters in Lovecraft's tales, like Cthulhu or Yog-Sothoth, aren't evil. They're silent laws of the universe operating on gnomic, inscrutable logic. They don't hate you, they ignore you. They exist beyond intention or malice. Confronting that kind of indifference can shatter illusions. There is no cosmic justice waiting at the end. But in that void, we can create our own purpose, carve meaning out of the chaos with conscious choice and focused action. Have you ever felt that surge of freedom when you realized no one's script determines your life? Beyond bleakness, Lovecraft Cosmicism is a radical invitation to build meaning where none is given. But first, you must face the void without flinching. That's a test many avoid, but the brave who stare into the abyss find something extraordinary. This isn't horror for shock, it's horror as elevation. Now, let's delve deeper into the psychological impact of cosmic insignificance. Lovecraft's protagonists often lose sanity. Why? Because human minds weren't designed for infinite dread. Glimpsing the cosmic truth can fracture your sense of self, distort time, and dissolve boundaries between mind and reality. But this breakdown can be a catalyst for transformation. When our mental structures collapse, we can rebuild them stronger, more flexible, aware of the fragility of perception and the power of imagination. Here's the pivot. What if instead of madness, that dissolution becomes liberation? What if recognizing your psychological fallibility leads to humility rather than fear? What if you accept that your ideas about reality are provisional, and that mystery is not a threat, but an invitation? That kind of embrace doesn't numb you. It informs you, empowers you, gives you clarity and resilience. Cosmicism demands radical courage. You must live knowing there may be no afterlife, no cosmic plan, no grand reward or punishment. Yet you still choose to act kindly, passionately, and creatively. Most cling to old myths to avoid the void, but what if you step forward into it instead? What if meaning is not hidden in destiny, but built moment by moment? That is the transformative jewel at Cosmicism's core. Would you dare to challenge comforting illusions to live authentically? What illusions are you holding on to, even now? Let me know in the comments. Your truth might inspire someone else to awaken. This is only the beginning. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll explore the hidden sunlight in Lovecraft's darkness. We'll reveal how confronting cosmic terror can sharpen creativity, deepen relationships, and unlock a new spiritual resilience. Ready? Let's dive into the abyss together. If the first confrontation with cosmic indifference leaves you reeling, it's because most of us have been conditioned since childhood to believe we are central to existence. Our myths, religions, and modern ideologies promise order, justice, and a personal destiny. Lovecraft's Cosmicism tears these assurances away, leaving behind a raw and unfiltered truth. The universe does not revolve around human hopes. Yet from this desolation, a new strength can emerge, one far more resilient than the fragile shelters of illusion. The second hidden layer of Cosmicism is its paradoxical empowerment. Yes, Lovecraft's tales speak of ancient beings whose very sight drives humans mad. But what if madness is just the mind's last defense against unbearable freedom? If the universe doesn't care, then all the limits imposed by imagined destinies or external gods vanish too. You are responsible for your meaning. You are the architect of your significance. When you remove external authority, it forces a personal reckoning. What do you truly value when nothing is assigned value for you? What passions survive when no one promises a reward? In Cosmic Horror's Icy Light, you can reclaim authorship of your own inner narrative. Those who endure Lovecraft's abyss don't emerge broken. They emerge awake. Consider the figures in his stories who, while shaken, continue to act. They don't passively succumb. Even amid unrelenting darkness, there's a pulse of defiance, a recognition that consciousness itself is a miraculous anomaly. In an infinite sea of cold matter, sentience, your awareness, your dreams, your capacity to wonder, is a spark worthy of fierce preservation. And what a fear! Fear is the foundation of cosmic horror, but it's also a compass. What you fear most often reveals what you value most. Fear of insignificance means you crave meaning. Fear of death means you cherish life. Fear of cosmic indifference means you yearn for connection. Rather than deny these fears, Cosmicism invites you to explore them, to ask why they haunt you, and what lies on the other side of them. This is the spiritual value of cosmic horror. It strips away illusions and forces clarity. It leaves you face to face with yourself in a world that offers no guarantees. But it's here, paradoxically, that the most unshakable forms of meaning can be born. Because meaning chosen freely in a meaningless universe is stronger than meaning imposed by dogma. Now, what about creativity? Lovecraft's own work is a testament to the power of dread-fueled imagination. His monsters aren't just scary creatures. They're metaphors for the unknown, for the unspeakable voids lurking behind the curtain of our daily perceptions. And yet, the act of writing them down, of shaping these horrors into stories, was a defiant creative gesture. It transformed terror into art. You can do the same. When you confront your personal abysses, the moments you feel pointless, small, lost, you have two choices: numb yourself or create. Write, build, love, question, travel, learn. The most powerful art and insight often come from those dark places. What the abyss takes away in certainty, it gives back in depth. There's another truth in Lovecraft's philosophy. Our species is new. The cosmos has existed for eons before us and will persist for eons after us. Civilizations rise and fall like foam on a vast ocean. The ancient gods in Lovecraft's tales are metaphors for that scale. Forces so old, so vast, so alien, they render human concepts laughable. But this isn't just horror, it's cosmic humility. It reminds us not to be so self-absorbed. Imagine how much kinder, more curious, and more open we'd be if we truly absorbed the lesson that we are not the masters of the universe. That human hubris is a small flame in the face of endless night. But in that awareness lies wisdom, even tenderness, because it sharpens our appreciation for fragile, fleeting beauty. Have you ever looked at the stars and felt a vertigo, a strange mixture of insignificance and wonder? That's Cosmicism speaking through you. That's the ancient, primal intuition that everything is older, stranger, and more infinite than we can grasp. And it's okay. You were never meant to contain the universe in your mind. You were meant to witness it, question it, and let its mystery expand you. Which leads to a final question for this part of our exploration. What meaning would you build if the universe promised you nothing? What would you cherish, pursue, or defend if no afterlife, no cosmic scoreboard, no gods or devils waited? Share your answer in the comments. Let's see what kind of brave meaning makers walk among us. In the final part, we'll explore how Cosmicism might hold unexpected answers for modern anxieties, how embracing insignificance can lead to unexpected courage, and how we can balance ancient cosmic dread with the vibrant immediacy of human life. If you're ready for that, stay with me. The abyss isn't done with us yet. And so, we arrive at the final, most profound paradox of Lovecraft's Cosmicism. The same philosophy that tells you life is insignificant also reveals how precious it is. Because if the universe offers no inherent meaning, then every act of kindness, every moment of love, every spark of curiosity becomes a rare and rebellious miracle. In a world ruled by indifference, choosing to care is the most radical act of all. This is the hidden gift in Lovecraft's terror. It forces you to re-examine what truly matters. If no cosmic justice exists, then your morality must be chosen consciously. If no divine plan guides you, then your purpose must be built one day, one thought, one action at a time. And in that conscious choosing, you reclaim a freedom few dare to grasp. Modern thinkers often dismiss Lovecraft's work as mere horror fiction. But hidden beneath the monstrous gods and decaying civilizations lies one of the boldest existential philosophies of the 20th century. It speaks directly to our age of anxiety, ecological dread, and technological alienation. As our understanding of the universe expands, the gap between human hopes and cosmic realities grows ever wider. Lovecraft felt that chasm a century ago and wrote to warn us. Yet Cosmicism is not nihilism. Nihilism says nothing matters, so why bother? Cosmicism says nothing is assigned meaning, so it's up to you. That is a staggering responsibility and a fierce liberation. In a cosmic sense, nothing you do may matter. But to those you love, to the world you touch, to the art you create, it can mean everything. It also teaches us humility. In a universe where time stretches into billions of years and distances swallow light itself, our species is a spark in a storm. Recognizing that should humble our arrogance and deepen our awe. When you realize you stand on a fragile world in an unfeeling void, every sunset, every act of friendship, every laugh shared under starlight becomes sacred. There's also a psychological resilience in this worldview. Modern people are burdened by expectation, to be special, to find destiny, to be eternally happy. Cosmicism gently, brutally cuts those illusions away. It says you're not the chosen one. You don't need to be. You're a conscious fragment of stardust, briefly aware, able to perceive beauty, make choices, and wonder. That is enough. And here's the irony. Those who accept this insignificance often live with more intensity, more honesty, and more compassion. Because they're not living for the approval of cosmic forces. They're living for each other, for the precious, transient moments we get before the universe swallows us. In Lovecraft stories, many characters go mad because they cannot accept this. They cling to old structures, old beliefs, old certainties. But those who endure, who stare into the abyss and still choose to act, become something more than victims. They become existential heroes. The philosopher Albert Camus wrote of the invincible summer within the heart of those who live without illusion but still embrace life. Cosmicism points to the same path. It says, there may be no meaning but what you make, no gods but what you imagine, no justice but what you enact. And yet live, love, create, rebel against the void not with bitterness, but with beauty. So now I turn to you. After hearing all this, how does Lovecraft's philosophy strike you? Is it terrifying? Liberating? Both? Would you choose to live with cosmic insignificance or return to safer illusions? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation worth having. Let's see how many among us are brave enough to face the abyss with open eyes. If you've stayed this long, you've already proven you're not afraid of difficult ideas. And for that, thank you. These conversations matter because in confronting terror, we also uncover unexpected courage. Maybe that's the final hidden truth Lovecraft left us. The abyss may be vast, cold, and uncaring, but it's also beautiful, and it's ours to witness. Until next time, stay curious, stay defiant, and remember, even in an indifferent cosmos, meaning is a choice.